Bro, y'all ain't got nothing in the hood. I look like a dope boy to you? No, I ain't, like, come on, bro.
You know, I trust in God to deal with it the way that he see fit. You know what I mean? It ain't really shit else you know, he done got all the whoopings, he done got the punishment, he done did it, he done, you know, did everything as a child you could do to him. So now he gonna have to go through it. He gonna have to go through it and get through it. And ain't nothing me, his mama, or nobody else.
T's biggest fear just happened. 4 years, he tried really hard to keep his family member, King, out of trouble and help him become a better person. But now, it's finally over. A judge just gave King a 5-year sentence, which means he has to go to prison and there's no changing that. But that's not even the worst part. King is furious and is blaming his entire family for getting arrested. Instead of being sorry, he got really nasty. He is so angry that he actually decided to sue his own family for a huge amount of money, $25 million. On top of that, he is demanding that they give him half of everything they own. So why would he do something like that? Well, after King got arrested, his family finally had enough. They decided to cut him off completely, meaning they stopped giving him money and support. That decision was the final straw for King. It pushed him over the edge, and now he's lashing out with this mean and expensive lawsuit against the people who used to try and help him.
I know you capping. I know you.
It's like all of King's bad choices finally came back to haunt him. For a long time, he thought he could get away with everything, but now he has to face the consequences. And after all this, T is completely finished trying to look out for him or save him from himself. This whole situation isn't even a surprise to T. Way back in 2022, he tried to warn King. He told him straight up that if he didn't quit acting like a fake gangster and playing those foolish games, he was going to end up in serious trouble. T said that path was only going to lead to one place, prison. And you know what? T was absolutely right. He called it from the very beginning, and now his prediction has come true.
And stop hitting me and getting in my comments, telling me what to tell King, okay? I know my son. Think I ain't spoke to my son? Think I ain't told my son, his mama, and his grandmamas? His ass going to prison. If he goddamn keep that shit up, his ass going to prison. Ain't no way around it. Ain't nothing I'm gonna be able to do about it. Can't nobody stop it but him. You know what I mean?
This whole crazy situation started last October in Dunwood, Georgia. King was leaving a gas station when he pulled out and almost hit a police officer with his car. He came so close that the officer had to stop him immediately. King had almost run the man over. But that was just the beginning of King's problems. When the officer walked up to the car, he got a strong whiff of weed pouring out from inside. It was obvious King was high, which was probably why he was driving so badly. And if that wasn't enough, the officer also spotted a gun right there on King's hip. Now, in Georgia, the officer couldn't arrest King just for the weed. But the gun changed everything. Seeing the weapon meant the officer had to check King's information in the police computer system. So, he asked King to step out of the car, put him in handcuffs for safety, and started running his name. That's when the officer discovered something big. There was already a warrant out for King's arrest from Pickens County. King had skipped a court date related to some old charges from 2022, like speeding, driving with a suspended license, and a DUI. The officer later explained what happened next. He said he told King he needed to talk to him outside, opened the car door, and safely took the gun from King's hip. He then had King step out, put the handcuffs on him, did a quick pat-down, and put him in the back of the patrol car. There were 2 other guys in the car with King, but he was the only one who got arrested. What made the arrest even more complicated was the timing. At that very moment, King's girlfriend, Janija, was pregnant and expecting their child any day. So, instead of being there for the birth, King was taken to jail.
And he just became a father. So I got 2 grandchildren now.
Wow, congrats.
Yeah, I got 2 granddaughters. I got a grandson on the way.
Wow.
King's about to have a son.
King's about to have a son. Congrats.
Yeah. And I told him I'm gonna make this the greatest gangster of all times. I will raise this child to torture you the way that you tortured me.
Almost a full year after King got arrested, the police finally released the body camera footage from that day. The video shows King acting exactly like he always does when he's in trouble. In the clip, you can tell he was really trying hard to keep his cool. He probably knew that with the camera rolling, he couldn't just talk back or argue his way out of the situation this time. But even though he was trying to act calm, you could still see he was totally frustrated and annoyed by everything that was happening to him. The whole thing was clearly getting under his skin.
Right. I guess I'm in DeKalb County for the night, and they moving me they moving me all the way to Jasper in the morning.
The craziest part of all this is that while T was working nonstop, trying to keep King out of the exact kind of trouble he's in now, King was actually fighting against him every step of the way. It sounds too wild to be true, but it is. Do you guys remember that huge fight they had at an Atlanta Falcons football game? The whole thing was caught on an Instagram live video for everyone to see. At the start of the video, you can hear T getting fed up and saying to King, "Have you ever woken up with a roach on your face?" It was a mess. Then, their friend Tiny grabbed the phone away from King and started spilling all his secrets. She told everyone watching that when King was 12 years old, he was still sucking on a baby's pacifier. And she said that whenever he didn't get his way, he would throw a fit and cry just like a little baby. She was pointing out that he never really grew up and still acted like a spoiled child when things didn't go his way.
King, have you ever woke up with a roach on your face?
No, that's not the goal.
All right, then. So there it goes.
Or in your ear.
I don't know what you're talking about.
I had some in the neighborhood with me that broke up with roach
in your ear?
Y'all want to go to the bando in my neighborhood? Do y'all want to go to the bando? Do y'all want to go to the bando? To make him look better, he said it, he know not true. Silver spoon, I ain't never ate with that day a day in my life.
No, I'm gonna tell you the reason why he wanted to be over there. Y'all ready? Cause he can suck and pacify over there. He was 12 years old. He was sucking pacify.
I know you. What's wrong with y'all? Why y'all doing that to me? Y'all know me. You know I stand on business. You know I stand on business. Why you even letting somebody play with me like that? Why you letting somebody play with me like that? Why you letting him play with me like that? Why you letting him play with me like that? No, ain't no joking. Ain't no joking. What do you mean?
You are embarrassing yourself. You're embarrassing yourself. You are embarrassing yourself. You are embarrassing yourself.
Man, what is you talking about? Get off me, man, get off me,
Well, you can't do nothing with me. Ain't shit you can do with me.
The whole situation was incredibly embarrassing for everyone. The video showed the world that King was really just a spoiled kid who was pretending to be a tough thug because he thought it made him look cool. It was also really awkward for T and Tiny because it looked like they had done a terrible job raising him. Now, instead of getting ready to be a father to his new baby, King is looking at 5 years in prison. A lot of people hoped that having a child would be the thing that finally made him grow up and change his life. But it's obvious now that King is in way too deep for even a baby to fix him. After a while, it became clear that T and Tiny had no idea how to control their own son. I mean, he was physically fighting them in public, starting trouble with people, and even almost hit a police officer with his car. This is a person who is completely out of control, and sadly, it seems like it's too late for anyone to help him. 5 years in prison is a very long and serious amount of time. That's half a decade of his life gone, just locked away. T actually said it himself back in 2022. He knew for sure that King was headed straight for prison, and he had already accepted it. If that doesn't sound like a father who has completely given up hope, I don't know what does.
Stop hitting me and getting in my comments, telling me what to tell King, okay? I know my son. Think I ain't spoke to my son? Think I ain't told my son, his mama, and his grandmamas? His ass going to prison. If he goddamn keep that shit up, his ass going to prison. Ain't no way around it. Ain't nothing I'm gonna be able to do about it. Can't nobody stop it but him. You know what I mean? I've already had that conversation. I've already made my peace with it. Because I know that energy. I was that energy. I know exactly how it's going to turn out. You can.
May I take a selfie with you?
No, go ahead.
Please,
I'm in the middle of something. I'm in the middle of something, but go ahead. This is more important. Go ahead, come on.
Thank you.
All right, take it easy. Yeah. So I done already had that conversation with him, man. King's a good kid, chasing after the wrong and you know, I trust in God to deal with it the way that he see fit. You know what I mean? It ain't really shit else I. You know, he done got all the whippings, he done got the punishment, he done did it, he done, you know, did everything as a child you could do to him. So now he gonna have to go through it. He gonna have to go through it and get through it. And ain't nothing me, his mama, or nobody else gonna be able to say about it, man. But I'ma love him all the way through whatever it is he going through. You know what I mean? And yeah, man, he gonna learn his lessons. Life gonna, ain't no, you know what I mean? Life is gonna teach him all the lessons that he need to know.
But things have gotten even worse behind the scenes. People close to T and Tiny say they had a big argument with King after they decided to cut him off financially and stop paying for his lawyer. They told him that while they won't be helping him anymore, they will still support his baby mama and their new grandson to make sure the baby is taken care of. They told King that he has to face this 5-year prison sentence on his own and finally learn to get his life together. King, however, is refusing to accept this. He's so angry that he's reportedly planning to sue his own parents for half of everything they own. He obviously has no right to their money, and he's not going to win. He's just acting out of desperation, trying anything he can to force his dad, T, to step in and save him one last time. But it looks like that's not going to happen. It's safe to say that the chance for that has come and gone. If T couldn't get through to King as a father, he's now going to focus all his energy on making sure his grandson turns out better. He's determined to break the cycle. People are talking about this situation a lot online. One person commented, "That kid needs to grow up. He looks foolish, and it's clear that trying to parent him isn't working anymore. Some people just can't be saved." Another person said, "After I saw that last video of him being rude to employees, I knew he was headed for trouble. He was given every opportunity, but it was never enough. Whose fault is that? It's his own. He can't say we out here anymore. Now he's locked up. He has to face the consequences." Now we want to know what you think. Do you believe King's 5-year sentence is fair? And was T right to finally cut him off? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. And don't forget to click here to watch another video about this messy story.